The Alberta NDP are continuing on with their plan to hike the Alberta minimum wage, despite an internal government document suggesting that significant job loss could be a realistic possibility. The Canadian Federation of Independent Business got a hold of the letter that was written last June after requesting it through Freedom of Information. And I had a chance to talk to the Director of Provincial Affairs at CFIB, Amber Ruddy, about this request. And she also says that the NDP should wait until the economy recovers and consider doing more research on the effects of minimum wage hikes before implementing their plans to increase this amount to $15 an hour over the next 3 years. We also talked about some of the myths that come along with the minimum wage hikes. Here, she explains the common misconception that single parents comprise a large number of minimum wage earners. And she also suggests some alternative strategies that would work better for low-income earners in the long run.
That's simply not true. There's prevailing myths out there that the majority of people making minimum wage are single parents. CFIB calculated that that's fewer than 600 people in the province Alberta. We all agree that there should be ways to help low-income individuals. Let's look at higher education to help people advance out of entry-level positions, or let's look at targeted tax relief. But simply saying that minimum wage earners are single parents is an untrue fallacy. There is a very small portion that do, but that's not the prevailing case.
We also talked about some other misconceptions, including hiked wages and job creation, and also that employees will keep the majority of their earnings. Here's what Amber had to say about those myths.
One thing that we have heard that has left many business owners scratching their head is that minimum wage hikes create jobs. Now, we haven't seen any evidence to support that, but that has been said by the Premier herself and cabinet ministers, so we find that very concerning. Another myth that's out there is that minimum wage earners will keep the majority of their increases, but what we're finding is, the payroll taxes go up, provincial taxes that come off the paycheck go up. So let's look at ways to help people directly keep money in their pockets up front, not simply have the government benefit on the backs of entrepreneurs.
Amber also says that the business community is concerned about the effects of a drastic minimum wage hike, which climbed $1 from $10.20 an hour in October of 2015. At a proposed $15 per hour, that means a cost of an extra $4.80 per employee for some businesses. Ms. Ruddy says that feedback from the business community has suggested over half of small businesses will increase prices and put future hiring on hold. Youths looking for their first job will also suffer. Statistics suggest that for every 10% increase in the minimum wage, there will be a decrease of 3 to 6% in youth employment. As Amber mentioned, there are other ways to help low-income earners. It's obvious that this was a strategy for the NDP to gain votes at election time, when even their own documentation suggests that significant job losses are a reality. Clearly, the government needs to back off of this policy before it brings more economic woes to the province. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.